Let me show you criticism, one last skill to walk out with. Criticism works a particular way. Every time I do a training, there's a criticism I typically get in a room. And I'll explain how criticism works and then show you how to find the hidden expectation inside of a criticism. Typically in a situation like this, someone in the room will say, oh my God, is it hot in here? Right? Or the other one, is it cold in here? That's a criticism. It's a criticism of the room, right? It's a minor one, but I typically get it a lot. What's the hidden expectation in that criticism? Would you adjust? I rarely have anybody in a room raise their hand and say, can we adjust the temperature? Instead, I get that little, criticism, right? Can you, it's hot in here, and the hidden expectation is, can you do something about the temperature in the room? Here's what happens. All criticism works that way. Inside every single criticism, there is a hidden expectation. It is impossible to give a criticism without also providing that hidden expectation. So how are we going to find that? I'll show you how to find that. Let me do another one, and let's see if you can find the hidden expectation. Because the room temperature one was pretty easy, right? Yeah, we've all had that experience. Change the temperature. Here's a little exaggerated one, trying to make it a little easier. Rick, you're the worst manager we've ever had. That sounds like a criticism, doesn't it? Right? So, let's say I'm Rick, and, well, let's pick on Travis again. Travis is the employee who has come in and said, Rick, you're the worst manager we've ever had. Now, what words could I use, or question could I ask, that would begin to identify Travis's hidden expectation? What advice would you give me for language or words? Rick, you're the worst manager we've ever had.
Why? Why do you think?
Why? Why do you think? I mean, that's a good. That makes perfect sense, right?
Should I get into the past though, or?
Why? Right? And now he's going to start giving me all the evidence, right? You're this, you're that, you're this, you're that. That is a great probing question. And as a communication skill, excellent. A good probing question that is not the hidden expectation. Okay. Will it keep him talking? Yes. So as far as keeping the door open, perfect one to use. As far as finding the hidden expectation, no. Try something else. What else? Give me another language.
What would make me the best?
What would not? Well, let's not strive too high. Let's just go for better. How's that? What would make me better? Right? As an excellent probing question. And here's where, see, our skills at probing questions are very good, but it won't tell us what the hidden expectation is.
What would you do?
What would you do? That's another good probing question. Oh no, that's not what you were doing, was it? You're asking me to give you the answer, right? Oh,
I mean,
what if you were the manager, right? What would you do?
Well, how can you tell?
I think that would get you to tell them, they would tell you what you're after, what is the hidden, what is it?
I would make better decisions. I would not be so stupid. I would practice better time management. I would communicate to I'm still not going to find out what his hidden expectation. Here's the problem.
I was going to ask you, but it seems like you're upset.
That's a good reflex feeling. Excellent way to keep the conversation. You're damn right, I'm upset. Right? And I also appreciate you coming and telling me this because it shows me you care. I'm not necessarily going to say that, right? But in my mind, I'm thinking, and I can validate, and I can thank him for coming and talking to me. Another good way to keep that door open. But here's the problem with probing questions. Who are we still talking about?
You.
You. The focus of most criticisms, right, is directed at me. If I'm going to find out his hidden expectations, I got to get him talking about him. So here's what we do. We take the subject out of the criticism. And then we find a less than negative way of saying the same thing. So here's how I would do this. Travis comes into my office, upset. I'll stand up from behind the desk, cross my arms, and say, we'll have this conversation. No, I'll ask him this, or I'll make this comment to him. So, you would like to have a better manager. It's not unlike what would make me a better manager, but see, what you've done was what would make me the better manager. Who are we going to end up talking about? This becomes a sophisticated, a good probing question, or if we're not careful, it becomes a summary of what he just said. Oh, yes, I am a bad manager. Could you tell me what would be a better manager? We're still talking about me. The secret of finding that hidden expectation is to stop talking about you. Get them talking about them. So, Travis, you would like to have a better manager. What do you think will come out of his mouth?
Yes.
Yes, I would. Notice what's just happened. We're talking about him. Not only that, we're now talking about the only two things he can control. Himself and his attitude. We're no longer talking about me. We're talking about him. Now, I can follow up with his answers. Yes, I would. With a good probing question, notice, keep the conversation going. And now I'm weaving in different good communication skills. And I've actually created a situation where Travis, maybe for the first time in his life, has made an I statement. See how powerful that is? It can shift the whole conversation. So the trick is to find out what it is and get them to talk about them. Now, here's what I need you to understand. You don't have to get it right, because this is a communication technique. It is not a resolution technique. Communication keeps the door open. So it sounds to me, Travis, like you would like to have a better manager. No, that's not what I'm saying. Oh, I misunderstood. Can you tell me more? Notice he's talking. It's very difficult to fail at this. You may miss getting the hidden expectation, but if they're still talking, guess what? They're correcting you. That's okay. They're still talking. It gives me another chance as we're going through to come to that. So it sounds like you blank. If you'll turn to page, we're going to practice this one, because I want you to be able to walk out of here with it. If you'll turn to page 8. And we'll be done by the time Tiffany comes
I
back.
know.
All right, page 8. At the top of the page, exercise number 1 is a list of criticisms and a response. What I want you to do is to identify for me whether it's a summary, and typically that's what novices end up doing. They end up summarizing, saying the same thing in a different way. Or is it literally finding the hidden request? So the first one, you are a moron. The second one, so you think you're smarter than me. Is that a summary, or is that a hidden expectation? What I want you to do, and if you really want to have some fun, go ahead and act out the phrase with each other, but find somebody in the room, and together, see if you can identify, put an S by the ones that are summary, and put an HE next to the one that is hidden request. Hidden expectation. Ready? Set, go. All right, let's talk about this. The first one, what'd you come up with? You were a moron, so you think you're smarter than me. Is this a hidden expectation or a summary? Ooh, I get different answers. Conflict, I love it. All right, let's take this opportunity. So, whoever said it was hidden expectation or summary, tell me why. Why is it?
Well, your response is about you.
It is.
And
So therefore, it's a,
it makes sense.
no,
Is it summary?
yep. See, you're a moron, so you think you're better than me. Who are we still talking about? The moron. So you think you're smarter than me. The me is still in there. Take the me
I
out.
misunderstood.
Yep. Second one, I can't stand whining people. You want to be around upbeat people.
I think that is the only one that was hidden expectation.
You think it's the only one that was a hidden expectation. Well, you're right about it being the hidden expectation. Very, very good. Why is it the hidden expectation?
Because it was the only one that kinda got to what the person might want different.
Yeah, the only person we're talking about is the other person. So you would like yes or no, give me a, no, that's not what I'm saying. Well, please explain, right? I'd still keep them talking. Third one, this book is stupid. So you don't think this book is worth reading? Why summary? That is correct. Why? Because it's about that book. Now they're getting a little more abstract, which as we go forward, a little harder. Tomorrow is going to be a bad day. You would rather tomorrow not come.
You're talking about tomorrow.
It's tomorrow. It's still the subject, so it's still a summary. How about all politicians lie, besides that being true? So you believe politicians can't tell, okay, good, summary, and I don't like you. You wish I were dead. I was dead. Summary, because the I is in it. All right, now here's what I want you to do. At the bottom of the page, number 2, change the S's into HEs. How would you respond? Change the S's into HEs. So what would you say? You're a moron. So you think you're smarter than me. How would you, you're a moron. What would you say?
You too?
You too, yeah. I know I am, but what are you? Or what am I? I know you are, but what am I? What would you say? Find EHE.
You're uncomfortable. I want to say being around me.
Morons.
Or me, right. Being around morons.
You're uncomfortable being around smart people. Okay, that will work too. Right? Because even if they say, no, that's not what I'm saying, I don't know.
So you have to get it right, okay.
No, you don't have to get it right. That's why it's not a resolution.
About being around people.
Yeah, very good, very good. What about the third one? This book is stupid.
Don't read the book.
Don't read that, that's a command. Good, fix it, well done. Problem solved.
Thank you for sharing.
Yeah, thank you for sharing, right? Well, the book doesn't like you either, right? So what would you say?
You want to read a good book.
So you like to read a good book, that's excellent, that's perfect, right? Yes, no, that's not what I'm saying, okay. But they're still talking about them, that's not what I'm saying. Next one, tomorrow's gonna be a bad day.
You want a good day.
You like good days. You want a good day. See, there's many different ways to do it. There's no one right answer. All politicians lie. True. Next. I don't like you. What do you like? It's a good probing question. A hidden expectation. You're making a stab at it. What is it?
You don't like people.
You don't like people, period. That'll work.
Like some people.
You want to like somebody.
You want to like somebody. You want to be around people you like. So if you'll turn to page 30, did you remember it this time? The answers, yeah. These are my attempts for hidden expectations. So you want to be with someone you like. All politicians, yeah, last first time we did this, it was like, oh, why didn't you tell us? Yep. All politicians lie. You like leaders who tell the truth. Notice the difference between dull politicians. I tried to just change it to leaders. So the point is that we can take any criticism that is given to us and switch the dynamics of the conversation so that I don't have to be defensive. You don't like me, okay. You think I did something wrong, okay. I can take that criticism and suddenly now we're talking about it.